You're watching Chicago Independent Television.
Hey, what are these dishes doing in the sink? I left a note for Andy to do them because they're his.
Oh yeah, he refused to recognize your note.
What? Why?
Because of its liberal bias.
Liberal bias? These are his dishes. He's using the note to deflect attention from the dishes.
What dishes?
These ones in the sink.
Wait a second. We're talking about your biased note. Don't try to change the subject. What's going on in Andy's room? He's been in there all day.
He's making some decisions about the apartment.
What are you talking about?
Well, for one, I think he wants to paint it green. He told me that we're either for him or against him.
We should all decide, don't you
So
think?
you're against him?
No!
He said he's going to come out and answer some questions anyways a little later, so.
Here he is.
I just want you guys to know that we're painting the apartment green.
Question. Could we just leave it? Could we leave it the way it is?
Okay, thank you very much.
What about the plumbing? Plumbing's still bad?
Are we going to get a screen door or just that net?
Welcome back to Chicago Independent Television. In April 2006, Chicago played host to the annual conference of major biotech interests. Food safety and environmental groups also gathered to counter the corporate spin. In this segment, we'll learn more about what people are doing in their own communities to protect our food and our planet's health.
Hello, my name is Dana Arias. I am a concerned mother that is very interested in what our children are eating. As a teacher and as a mother, I see that the food that we eat has a profound effect on how our children are developing. Also, I see it from a standpoint of a teacher whose children, when they have healthy food, actually perform at a higher level. In the classroom, their attention span is much larger, and therefore, this is the reason why we chose this venue of a soccer field with a lot of mothers. Most of us in the community are, extremely interested in the welfare of our children and what they eat, and we are trying to make mothers even more aware of what is going on in the food community and what is going on in our food. So we have discovered that lots of times if you go organic and bringing the farmers together with the mothers as a community movement, lots of times we can bring natural food from Wisconsin, Illinois, into the city, and there's places where they can pick it up at a cheap price, sometimes even cheaper than the local grocery stores. And it is organic, it doesn't have pesticides, it doesn't have hormones. And as mothers, we're interested in that. So this is the reason why we chose to have the farmers come to a soccer field and see their children.
My name is John Kinsman, and I'm an organic dairy farmer, and I also have an organic sustainable forest projects on our farm. And I'm with a national organization, the National Family Farm Coalition, and the National Family Farm Defenders. Why we are here? We're here because we like to work with the urban people, because we're producing organic and sustainable food, and we want them to know what it's like, and we want them to know where their food is coming from. It's coming from our farms.
Okay.
And from farms that we know are producing good food.
My name is Percy Schmeiser, and I'm from the province of Saskatchewan, Western Canada, in the heart of the grain-growing areas. And one of the reasons I'm here today is to bring a message to what the introduction of GMOs have really done to us on the prairies. Our yields have went down, we have more chemical use, and we're very concerned of the effects of our food. Monsanto laid a lawsuit against me in 1998 because my fields were contaminated with Monsanto's GMO canola, and I fought them all the way to the Supreme Court. And basically what has happened that is any farmer's fields get contaminated with Monsanto's GMOs, and that can be corn, maize, cotton, soybeans, canola. The farmer doesn't own his crop anymore. They all become the ownership of Monsanto, and that, in my case, has sent alarm bells out throughout the world how farmers can lose their rights to their fields or their crops in their fields, organic farmers overnight. Now, the other big issue that I'm very concerned now, besides the introduction of GMOs, is the introductions of GMO pharma plants where prescription-type drugs are being now produced by plants, and it's being done in the open and in the wild in both our countries. So now you could be eating a food contaminated with a drug in. But the worst thing that has just come out now is by the companies, especially Delta Pine, Monsanto, and Syngenta, they want to introduce the terminator gene that all seeds produced by a plant, tree, a gardener's plants, the seeds would be sterile. In other words, you could not use your seeds from year to year. And the big danger of that also, that if a farmer happens to use the terminator seed, he would terminate the fertility of his neighbor's crops, his seed, or a gardener or so on, and it would be the total destruction of life. It's a massive intrusion of the destroying of life, and I'm very concerned about that, and that's one of the main topics I will be talking about here in Chicago, the introduction of the terminator gene. It's a basic attack, the worst attack I've ever seen in the world on human life and of seeds and plants. Going on today, it's all about biotechnology and all the implications of that, and to show how it affects, what it really means is a total control of the seed supply and ultimately the food supply of the world by corporations. They always said that with GMOs, genetic modification, it would increase yields and more nutritious, and that has turned out to be totally false. The opposite has gone down. It's less nutritious, more chemical use, and poorer yields. But the big issue about it all is that it's a total control over farmers, that farmers are never allowed. It doesn't matter if it's a farmer, gardener, or tree planter, you're never allowed to use your seeds again. And that's where the total control would come in, and that's I'm totally against, because a farmer should always have the right to use his seeds from year to year, because if you take that right away, you'd stop the future development of new seeds and plants throughout the world.
Excellent.
No entry. Hey, why is my room cordoned off?
Oh yeah, Andy is occupying your room.
Occupying my room? Why?
You have too many things plugged into one socket, maybe a space heater. He said it was a fire hazard, like an imminent threat to his room.
Andy, I don't have a space heater.
Look, I don't think he's going to say you had a space heater unless he had credible evidence.
I don't have a space heater.
What other reason does he have to occupy your room?
He's always wanted my bathroom.
That is deeply cynical.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, he's my roommate. I should trust him.
Got some more trash. Bathroom?
Yeah.
What the hell? Was that our neighbor?
Yeah, that's Steve. He's bringing trash over. He pays Andy.
Our neighbors pay Andy to throw their trash in our bathroom?
Yeah.
Andy, you let our neighbors pay you to dump their trash in our bathroom?
Shut up!
You've been watching Chicago Independent Television, a project of the Chicago Independent Media Center Video Collective. The Independent Media Center is a growing worldwide network of media producers, journalists, citizens, and activists, working to put the media in the hands of everyday people and away from corporate and commercial interests. To learn more, visit our website at chicago.indiemedia.org. There you can find out about upcoming Chicago area events and how to get involved in making your own media, including how to help make this very TV show. Thanks for watching. See you next time.